Hey divas, it's your girl Artsy Diva. Today I'm coming to you with a wig tutorial. This wig that I'm wearing is a full wig with a silk base closure that I constructed myself. This is some Malaysian hair that I purchased from AliExpress. I have in one 16-inch silk base closure at the front, two 26-inch bundles, and 1 1/4 24-inch bundles. Let's get started with the hair tutorial. First, I'm going to be dyeing the hair, and these are the items that I used. Here the was in their natural state in a 1B color. Here I am mixing my textures and tones dye in silk and black. You just want to add the bundle into the bag and mix it around with the dye. Hey divas, so this is the hair after about 2 hours of dyeing. Right now I'm just co-washing the hair and I'm gonna leave it to deep condition for about 30 minutes or so. Okay divas, now it's time to bleach the hair. Here I'm adding 4 scoops of my bleach powder, and to that I'll add 4 ounces of my 40 volume developer.
Good drinks and lots of people having a great time.
Okay divas, so I'll only be highlighting 2 bundles, and here I have sectioned off about 2-inch pieces of hair. So I have on the weft, like every other 2-inch section, a highlight. I'm going to use my frosting brush and really apply that bleach into the hair, and I'm just wrapping it up now with foil paper, and I'm going to let it rest for about 1.5 hours to lift. Divas, so we see here that the hair has been lifted. Now it's time for me to add my highlight color, and this is in copper. I'll let that sit for about 30 minutes to an hour. In the meantime, I'm gonna start on coloring my closure. See, the silk base is pretty white, so I'm gonna be tinting that. Okay divas, here I'm just sectioning off my closure with some micro ties, and this will help me when I'm dyeing the hair black so I don't dye the silk. Okay divas, so to tint the lace, I'll be adding 1 cup of very hot water to about 1/2 cup of tannerite dye. Here I'm just using a cotton swab to gauge the color. It's best for you to start off with a little and then build up to your complexion. So that looks like about my scalp complexion. I'm just adding it. Okay, divas, I had a lot of trouble trying to dye the silk. It just would not dye. The lace dyed, but the silk just would not dye. I tried tea. I tried every single thing under the sun. So I have decided that I'm going to lift the roots. And yes, I mean lift the roots because I think that it will look more natural for you to have like a gradual brown fade from like the really white silk instead of being from like the really white silk to like a very black hair. So that's what I decided to do and it came out good. So I'm just using one of my makeup brushes to saturate the silk and the lace so that I can get just the roots of the hair tinted. I'm just putting that away to develop. So it's been about like 30 minutes or so since I lifted the roots and now I'm dyeing the hair black, and you can see that the sections that I did came in handy when dyeing the hair black, so I avoided the roots. So I'm taking about 4 sections of the hair ties and I will be bleaching those with the same method I use for the bundles. I'm sorry about this, diva. It's not being dyed with black dye. It's actually being highlighted with the copper color. Okay, divas, this is the color that I achieved after I highlighted both my bundles and my closure. It's a beautiful coppery color, which I love, which I think will go well with my complexion. Now it's time to construct the wig. I am using just a Mr. Durack dome cap. I'm securing that to my mannequin head Chiquita with some thumbtacks. Measuring up my closure, it's 4 by 4 inches, so I want to make sure that it is centered, and I'm just going to sew that on just to make sure that I have enough space for it before I sew my bundles on. I'm just putting that in a ponytail just for it to stay out of the way while I'm sewing in my wefts. So I'm not cutting my wefts, I'm just folding them over as I go. Okay, Diva, so I think I'm on my last track now. Hi Diva, so I'm so sorry, my battery died, so I wasn't able to show you how I cut layers and style the hair, but here is the finished wig on my mannequin head. Basically, I ordered this hair from Alibaba.com. I have a vendor that I deal with regularly and they usually send me good quality hair. I asked them for Peruvian hair, however they sent me Malaysian hair. The texture is not that much different, but I do prefer my Peruvian hair. But overall, this hair is pretty good considering it's an Alibaba purchase. Okay, Divas, I'm just showing you the back of the hair. You can see the color is so beautiful. This hair actually catches me like right above my bottom area, so it's pretty long. The only thing is it has I think it's like it has a lot of like dead ends. It's very dry and trashy, so I have to like really moisturize it a lot with my argan oil. Now unfortunately my camera died just as I finished up the wig, so I didn't get to film how I style the hair, but basically I cut some layers in the front using this comb. This comb has a razor on both sides. This side of the comb has shorter teeth for like a deeper cut, and over here it's just for like maybe getting rid of like frizz for this side with the longer teeth. So I use this side and I held the hair at an angle and I just like scraped off you know, some ear at the end to get some layers in there. After that I use my Remington curling one. This is a bigger curling one by Remington. I believe it is like a 2-inch barrel, and I just put some loose waves in there.
What is it, Mama?
That's on the ear. That's on the wig.
Oh, you have a colleague.
Yeah.
Can I hear this?
I think it's a Malaysian ear. Let me see a Malaysian ear.
Look that way, the taping yourself?
Yeah, from my YouTube. I did all the color work on this hair. I did everything.
So what color is that?
It's copper.
You like my shorts, Mama? From Banana Republic?
Yeah, I love the color. It's like melon or something.
Yeah,
No, not melon. Peach.
If we did wear Eric, would I wear this? You like this, Mama?
It's too small for me. Well, the bigger you are, style #1 to tell to school you guys. The bigger you are, the bigger your accessories must be. That's a fashion. That's like it must be proportion. It must be proportional. It must be proportional. It does not depend on occasion. The only variable is your size. That they have larger accessories for all occasions.
At least I know about handbags.
Accessories. It's not only handbags. It's everything.
You just don't wear
Rings, everything. Bags. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Bye.